everybody? Welcome back to another episode, and today I've got an additional update on the RS. I've been taking a look around. I have been trying to get some services done on the car, not because anything is wrong, but mainly because I've gotten this car from somebody else. I don't know exactly how they treated it or what they went through as far as maintenance and where it stands. So for a couple things, I was able to find a PDF of the service manual. So from top to bottom, inside and out, front to back, I now have a bolt by bolt breakdown of this vehicle, which I did find off of eBay, which I will link in the description. I also got a service manual PDF based on 5,000 mile intervals, what they would like you to check. Well, not service intervals, but a maintenance schedule. And I got a owner's manual as well to kind of give you an inside track of some of the features that are built into this car, you know, in case there were little surprises that I may or may not have known about. So unfortunately, I have not been able to get the car up in the air the way I would like to, but I was able to plug in the Cobb access port, and I came up with a little bit of a surprise, which I will put right here. And what that is the current tune on this car is a PTE 91 octane V112. I'm not sure what that portion stands for. I'm assuming, you know, version 1 of 12 or whatever. You know, I'm not a tuner. But the one thing that I do recognize is the PTE Turbo, Precision Tuning and Engines Turbo. So immediately I went to go and look that up. This is a direct placement OEM drop-in turbo with 0 modifications needed. And it has a twin scroll ceramic ball bearing where the chambers are sealed from each other. So which actually helps in some of that low end torque build up, and pretty much like it's always kind of ready to go. So in one of the setups of the PTE turbo kit is a UPR aluminum catch can. You can get either straight silver or you can get the anodized black. This one has the anodized silver, and it's a really nice setup. It's a quick disconnect system because of the limited space, and it actually wraps around behind the intake system, goes into the upper intake hosing, into the refeed lines of the breathing system, and then it also pumps in behind the intake manifold to make sure that, you know, all the fresh air is going in at the throttle body. So it's a really good kit. I've already opened it up, and it was working. I had maybe about an ounce or two worth of fluid inside the can. It is a little tight to get out, even with it being a quick disconnect, but it's awesome. It's really, really good. It's really, really well baffled. It literally has like almost like a sponge at the bottom, almost like a scrubber, which catches everything.
Hi guys.
How you doing? So we've noticed about 95% of y'all watching the videos, you're not subscribed.
Subscribe. Please.
So I'm gonna ask you to do us a favor. So at some point during the video, if you like what you're seeing, you have fun, or if you just like simply talking trash in the comments, minimize the screen, subscribe, and don't forget to turn on your notifications.
Yes.
All right.
Because we love all y'all.
We love all you guys. You guys help us out greatly. We want to keep doing this for you.
Clicking likes, dislikes, it doesn't matter. Just click something. It helps us out a lot with the YouTube algorithm, which is a very finicky little thing.
Yep.
But the more you guys react to our content, the better we get recognized. So, you know what to do. Click, 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 click. Wrench Daily.
So everything from the intake all the way down to the turbo, down underneath the car, around through the intercooler and into the intake system is all hard lines. And I'm not just talking about like aluminum. This is like real, like sturdy aftermarket plastics that you can hear. This stuff is sturdy, so it's gonna take some serious impact to even crack it. So I did try to get the car up in the air, and it does have a full 3-inch exhaust. It's not running a cat, which I'm not really sure if I'm going to replace that. I would actually like some feedback on that. Right now, this is running, I believe, is either a CNT or an Army Tricks 3-inch catless downpipe. I believe it's a CNT because there is there's a V-band clamp connecting the Roush exhaust pipe, the mid pipe, to the back end of the downpipe. And then I couldn't really get a whole lot of I couldn't really get like a good view because I didn't have a whole lot of space. But when I shine the flashlight up over the subframe, the turbo looks pretty big. I mean, it's significantly larger than the OEM turbo should be. So that's why, you know, and also the way this thing gets up and goes whenever you get any sort of like half to 3/4 throttle is, I'm not gonna lie, it's a little bit scary. But I'm gonna be doing my best within the next week or so to get the car up in the air, or if I have to, you know, endanger my life, to get you guys some good shots of this turbo. Because I'm interested in it. I want to see what it's making. And, you know, this entire situation has been absolutely amazing. You know, when I bought this car and I was looking at the pictures, the only thing you could see was the intake, the possibility that there might have been an upgraded front mount intercooler, and it was clearly an aftermarket exhaust. There was no other information. When I got the car, the dealer had only had it for about 2 days, so they really hadn't even done an entire walkthrough. So recently what I've done is car is registered for my area. I am currently working on getting the some maintenance stuff done, so I'm going to be going to a local guy and getting some detailing work done with a ceramic coat, and then the next process is going to be getting an undercoating done to protect it from the pretty harsh winters that we have up here in the Poconos and all that salt and brine that they tend to throw on the roads. Because no, I'm not going to protect this from the winter, but I'm also not going to, you know, make it my daily driver during the winter either. I'm not crazy. A little bit. But one thing that I did do after the oil change, I ordered some replacement spark plugs, and I got them in to kind of have them on standby because I did check the spark plugs, and currently it is running the NGK Iridium 9s at a 26 gap. So another indicator that you're running a pretty heavy tune. The OEM gappings on these are 30, and the OEM plugs are Motorcraft. If anyone who's familiar with Ford, they like to run their own equipment in their vehicles, and they're pretty crap, so you know. but this blend of spark plug is similar to what Ford does. It is an iridium outer coating with a copper with a copper inner lining and a nickel hex bolt and sheathing around the threads. So all that does is it runs a little bit colder, so you don't blow up your motor. You get a much better charge transfer with the copper, and it heats up nicely so that you don't have to wait for forever and a day to get your performance. And then the nickel plating over the hex bolt and the threads will reduce the chances of the likelihood of your bolts of your spark plugs rusting while inside your cylinder head. Because if anyone has ever experienced that, that is a complete and utter bitch. So now I've given you guys a little bit of an update on where I stand right now. The first thing that I would like to achieve is to kind of tighten up the shifter feel inside the car. I'm looking at a couple of shifter kits. One is through Mountoon, the other one is through Cobb. I'm leaning towards one, not kind of sure which one I should go for, mainly because to me the less components you have involved in the shifting process, the better. So I'll be posting those on a Instagram poll. So if you guys see that, you care to do it, I will link that up within 24 hours of this video dropping. And then I will be also just doing some normal roundabout maintenance things, brakes, tires, just making sure everything's good to go, checking the rear drive unit oil, checking the power transfer unit oil. I already did an oil change, and then also doing the gear fluid oil. So all that stuff I'm gonna have to order. It's not readily available in my area so far from what I've seen. So as soon as that stuff gets in, I will be getting to work. A lot of it is pretty much the same, well, they all go the same, as swapping out gear fluid. The only thing that's different is the positioning of your drain and fill plug. Okay, so I hope you guys appreciate that update. If you have any questions about the current condition of the RS and where I would like to go with the RS, you can start the conversation right down in the comment area, also on Instagram and on our Facebook page. But as always, Wrench Daily.